Hello, Bees Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have an exciting review of a new knife from a new company to share with you guys and gals today, and it is Devo Knives. Now, if you're a part of the knife community and you hang out in all the live streams, you know what I'm getting ready to show you, but stick around for my take on it. So this is the Devo Knives Stout. Now, would you just look at it? I mean, look at it. Is it not sweet looking? Now, I can tell you already, it's not even going to be in this carbon fiber. There's going to be 4 different versions, and I'll tell you what they are here in just a second, and they all look absolutely amazing, but I'm going to give you a right and a left and an up and a down and a top and a backside. Just check that out. You talk about a sweet profile. Man, oh man, titanium going on. And this is a well-used knife. It has gone around. It has been passed around, just saying. It has been passed around through all the knife community for the knife reviewers to check out, do whatever they want, cut with it, open it, take it apart, whatever they want to do with it. You want to see the blade? Well, let's see. Pow, right in the kisser. Look at that. Would you look at it? I have had fun carrying this knife. I've carried it every day since it came into the channel, and I've been cutting everything I wanted to cut with it. No, I didn't want to cut any bricks, but, you know, just saying. Now, this is designed by Lefty EDC and CM Knife Designs. They make, well, as a matter of fact, CM Knife Designs designed this Tucson TS319. And I will put links to every knife you see in this video in the description, and where you can go order one of these bad boys, or go check it out if you want to go check it out. But let's get up here nice and close and personal. And this edge is taking a beating, so don't worry about the edge. That is not new. That has been through several people using it. Look at that. Very nice looking satin finish. You got vertical on the flats and no, horizontal on the flats, vertical on the primary grind. And then look at the top here. It's rounded off. Very nice. A little bit of crown action going on. And this, you're going to see in just a minute how useful that is. Nice big thumb hole for deployment. And then here's the Devo Knives, the, what do you call that? The pivot. Now, they're going to come with 2 pivots. They'll come with this one, and if you want a plain one, you can replace it with the plain one. This particular carbon fiber, it's not going to be an option. But the options you have, you're going to get you can have a stonewash blade with bead blasted bolsters and a black micarta or a carbon fiber infused carbon fiber scales. Did that make any sense? Or blackwash blade and bolsters with the black micarta or copper infused scales. But you could go check them out. I'll put some, you probably just saw some pictures of what they look like. The copper infused carbon fiber is amazing. You know, it's possible Bees Blades could have one of that version on the way. Just saying. Now here's a nice close look up. Are we giving a close look up? Yeah, we are. There's a T8 and a T8. See how clean that is? I mean, that is clean. And are we not focusing? It doesn't look like we are. Yeah, we are. Okay, and here's this side, and there's your pocket clip. Nice and clean. And this screw right here is going to be flattened out. It's going to be more flattened out on the version that you'll get if you get one of these. And this also is going to be, you can replace this with a Spyderco or a Lynch Northwest clip. So you'll have options for clips if you want to change it out. And I really have enjoyed this clip. It has been very nice. It's very sturdy. It's easy in and out of the pocket. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like in and out of the pocket. It's a dream. It has been a dream to use, to get out of my pocket and use, and then put it right back in. It's nice one-handed operation. It has a nice titanium back spacer. So clean, super clean looking. Would you look how clean? You don't have any hole for a lanyard. So if you love lanyards, you're out of luck on this one. It's just a super clean knife. I absolutely have enjoyed it. The hollow grind is coming. This is not the grind that it's going to be in. It's going to be in a nice, I mean, Lefty EDC loves his super hollow grinds that are really, really slight behind the edge. They're shooting for 0.18 to 0.02, or 18 to 22 thousandths, let's say that, behind the edge to make it a slicier experience, but still be strong enough to cut through some stuff. That way, you know, you can really use it. It's going to be a sturdy knife. And speaking of sturdy knife, let's check out the ergos. My hand from here to here is 4 inches. From here to here is 3.5. From the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And look at the purchase. It is so comfortable. Giving it the bees squeeze, I have no complaints whatsoever, no hot spots. You know, I'm looking for something picky here because Lefty EDC is one of my buddies on YouTube, and I'm looking for something to pick out because, well, you know, that's all I could do. And look at this. You can choke up on here. This, I really appreciate all this real estate. On knives that have a finger choil, but all you have the choil in is the blade, it can be a little little rough on your finger. This one, you have so much real estate to really get in it to win it. And I really appreciate that. And check this out. Look at that. I mean, would you look at it? The way your thumb just falls in there is just absolutely perfect. And I've done some utility cutting. This is absolutely this is a dream. I absolutely love it. It's kind of like a harpoon blade, but it's not. And it's so good for utility cutting. This is the kind of blade that I enjoy. You know, I like Wharncliffes. I like Wharncliffes and sheep's foot hybrids. This just fits the bill. Are we centered? Yes, it is centered. And look at that tip. Nice, strong tip. It is not a splinter getter. We got a nice, strong tip going on. And bam! Oh, I'm telling you what, I love it. And what's our lockup look like? Lockup is right there in the 50% mark, so you're good for your lockup. It is rock solid, no blade play, no up or down, no left or right. Your total length from tip to tip is 7.56 inches. You have a sheep's foot blade with CPM 20 CV blade steel. You have a satin finish, and your total blade length is 3.25 inches with a cutting length of 2.98 inches. Your blade width right here at the thickest point is 1.04 inches. Your blade stock thickness is 139 thousandths of an inch. They're shooting between 18 and 22 thousandths behind the edge. Your handle material is going to be carbon fiber with a closed length of 4.33 inches. Your handle width 0.88 inches and a closed width of 1.4 inches at the widest point. Your handle thickness is 0.52 inches. You use the thumb hole to open it up. You have ceramic bearings in there. You have a bolster lock for your lock. You have a reversible deep carry wire pocket clip, T8s all around, and your designers are Lefty EDC and CM knife designs. This is the Stout. Some quick size comparisons for you. Here's the Spyderco Para 3 and the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. And you already know I'm going to have a QSP Penguin in there, right? You got to get a Penguin. Everybody has to have a Penguin. And then here's the Tucson TS319. So this is giving you a really good idea of the size, just a little bit more than the Penguin, just a tad more sharpened length, maybe just a tad. And then you have more handle, a little thicker handle, a little bit more length on the handle. It's like this grew up and got fancy. Here's the CJRB Mormilea and the Kaiser Deviant. So the Deviant's right kind of in that ballpark. Maybe just a tad more length, just a tad on the handle, and a little bit more cutting length. Let's see. Just about the same amount of cutting length as the Kaiser Deviant, but the Deviant doesn't have a finger choil where you do have a nice finger choil here, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. And last but not least, you have the QSP Pelican and the Kaiser Sheepdog. Oh yeah. So it's not as big as these two, but these two, what I was noticing is if you get the Sheepdog, narrow it down, give it a nice neutral handle, you have about the same length of handle. Now the Sheepdog, it has this area right up here where, you know, the nice finger choil. And you do have some of your finger actually on the blade, so it's not as heavy duty. You can feel some pressure if you're doing some heavy cutting, whereas with this one, it's your hand, the way it's seated, you're right here against all of this real estate. I really like how comfortable that is, how soft it is on the edges. Now right here, this is a sharp edge. That's not going to be there, so I'm not even going to mention it anymore. That's already been taken care of. It's not in the production knives. So there's your comparisons. Deployment and the fidget factor on this knife are outstanding. And here's a look at the detent on this prototype. It's not the strongest detent in the world. You can fling it out. I'm not sure how much tighter or if it's going to be the same on the next one, on the ones that actually come out. But look at this. I mean, it is finger flick all day long. You can flick it open with your thumb. It is very comfortable, right or left-handed. I've been fidgeting with this thing, driving down the road. As I use it, it's easy to get in and out of the pocket. Now, it is going to have more access to your lock bar. They are going to bring this in a little bit to give you even easier access. As it is, I don't have to push very hard at all. I love it when it's comfortable, so if it's going to have more room, it's going to be even that much smoother. And it does have a nice over travel stop going on right there. Very comfortable, easy to deploy. And you know what? A lot of times when I've used it, I've also just gone like this, made my quick little cut or opened a package, and then put it back in my pocket. Oh, I do love this knife. I thought I was going to be able to nitpick it a little better than this and pick on Lefty EDC, but I have to say, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just really joyed to have been able to check this knife out. So my overall thoughts on the knife, are there any improvements that I would make? Well, considering what they've already done to improve it, and it's going to have that nice hollow grind, it's a matter of whether you prefer jimping or not. This is a nice clean look. Now, if I'm doing some push cuts, I do like to be back a little bit, and I do like to have a solid landing on my thumb. If I'm up here, you're doing more of a pull cut, not so much pushing like this. You can. Now, that would be where some nice small jimping would actually come in handy right there, but it might take away from the general aesthetics of the knife. This is a pricier knife and a nicer knife than what you guys usually see on the channel. But if it had jimping, it would be easier for doing push cuts, because with it being this nice, it is also a working knife. This is not one that you have to, set and never use. This one is built very sturdy. I like how my finger can go up there. I can get up in that choil and really do some slicing. I cut some slivers of wood with it. I cut cardboard with it. It's very comfortable to use. I like the lightweight. It's going to be less than 4 ounces. This one weighs 4. They're going to weigh just a tad less than that. And the action is just superb. I mean, look at that action. Action for days. I like it. There's not a whole lot I could say, negatively. I'm not trying to be negative, but just looking for improvements. I mean, it is a sweet knife. I'm looking forward to seeing the final model, the final that comes out. And these, again, are available on Urban EDC supply, and I have a link in the description. It'll take you right to their channel, or right to that site where you can go and do a pre-order right now of the micarta. The micarta version looks really, really nice. So I'm curious, what do you all think about it? You think it's a cool knife? Do you like it? Even if you don't have a comment about it or don't have a question about it, say something in the comments, support the channel. That's your way of showing your support. And definitely give me a thumbs up and help support this video. And until I see you all again in the chats, or I see you on Bees Blades live at the Hive on Friday nights, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.